Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help, and welcome back to another video. Today, if you guys like the video, make sure to smash the like button. Alright, in today's video, I thought of something very interesting to talk about today. So a lot of people have been asking me, is playing the leagues worth it? Pretty much like, why would you play the leagues when it's just going to be deleted in a couple of months? And to be completely honest with you guys, I always have thought the exact same thing. This is why this is the first leagues that I've ever participated in. And let me kind of explain sort of why I participated in it and why I will choose to always play the leagues from now on. Pretty much any game mode that they will put out, besides maybe like Deadman or something like that. The reason why it is so good to play and the reason why I choose to play it and stuff like that. So is it worth playing? Simply, I'm going to put yes. Now, you don't have to grind the hell out of this game or anything like that. You can kind of do it at your own pace and have fun with it, as much fun as you want with it, really. It's not a competition. I mean, it is, but it's not a competition. You can kind of go at your own pace and kind of just get to enjoy the game at a new kind of level. And what I mean by this is you get all the XP bonuses and the boosts with the relics and the fragments and stuff like that, and you get to do things on RuneScape that you've never done before, or even try out new content that you've never tried out before. For example, if you wanted to try out a boss and you've never killed it on the main game, you kind of want to realize or know kind of if you would be able to do it, you could do it on the leagues for the first time. I'm going to use the Inferno as an example. If you really want to get the Infernal Cape one day on the main RuneScape game, but you are a little nervous on trying it out, or worried about wasting supplies, or just wanting to figure out the mechanics without actually going into it, the leagues is a perfect way to kind of test this theory, or test if you can go ahead and do something. You can learn how mechanics work and how things are played out and stuff like that. And it's overall just a really, really good learning experience that is really cool that a game like RuneScape is kind of allowing us to do in a way. Another really cool thing about playing the leagues and why I think it's kind of worth playing in a way is a lot of people on this game hate questing and hate that a lot of the cool requirements in the game are locked behind these end tier late game quests and stuff like that. And you can just, with the leagues, you can go ahead and buy quests, and you kind of get to experience this late game content for like the first time, if you know what I mean. So like, without having to complete all these quests or achievement diaries or things like that, you can kind of go ahead at your own pace and do them. If you want to go ahead and kill, say, Zulrah, for example, you don't have to go ahead and complete the regicide. You can just simply unlock it with using the points. So if you want to go ahead and unlock Zulrah, learn Zulrah, see if you want to actually go ahead and kill Zulrah in the main game, it can really motivate you to be like, I need to go ahead and unlock this in the main game now. Do you know what I mean? And just tons of other things. Like, for me, this is the first time that I've had like Bando's armor on the game, and it really makes me want to go ahead and go to General Gardor on the main game and get myself a set of Bandos. And it just makes you want to do things on the main game even more so. I've never had this much of a craving to want to do bossing on the main game. For the past, like, I'm gonna say 6 months, I've been just focused on getting max total on the main game, and ever since the leagues have come out, I've been enjoying bossing so much that I just can't wait to go back to the main game and do Hydra, for example. I'm really excited to get back and do Hydra on the main game, and with the leagues out, it really makes you just do so much types of different content in a very short time period. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't be able to go kill 10 different bosses in the main game in like one day. I mean, you could, but why would you do that? You know what I mean? With the main game, you usually stick at a boss and stuff like that, because with the increased drop rates, right, on the leagues, it makes it so that you can go from boss to boss really quickly, unlocking things very quickly, and then it kind of gets you to do so much different types of content all at once, and therefore, you get to learn them so quickly and just power through the game so quickly, and it'll really motivate you to actually do all this stuff on the main game afterwards. Next, I'm going to be talking about just skilling in general. I know a lot of people do not like skilling, and with the leagues, there's so many different like relics and fragments you can go ahead and put together. I'm going to go ahead and use the mixologist one, for example, where you can go ahead and make the entire, I guess it's called the mixologist and the alchemist, where you can go ahead and make the entire inventory of potions at once and save your secondary ingredients. So for example, skilling grinds that take forever on the main game of RuneScape is collecting secondaries. If you're an Ironman account, it takes forever to collect the secondary ingredients, and it's not like it's the most entertaining content in the entire game. You know, you're not really, for the most part, unless you're farming, you're not really gaining XP for collecting secondary ingredients. You're kind of going out of your way to collect these secondary ingredients to end up training herb lore. But on the leagues, if you only need to get like 14 and then you have basically unlimited, it's a really cool feeling to just like have like 99s banked, like tons of them at the same time on the leagues. It's been really cool to actually feel like an Ironman as well. For those who have never tried the Ironman game mode out, if you go ahead and play the leagues, you'll get a little bit of taste of Ironman and why we all like playing the Ironman game mode so much. There's just so many things like with the leagues that make you like actually learn to play an Ironman, you know what I mean? There's been multiple things in this league that I've looked up, and I've been playing this game forever, and you just learn so many new things as well. And for example, the whole Ironman thing that I was talking about is, you know, to train smithing on the leagues, you had to go ahead and train mining first, and woodcutting with fletching and stuff like that, for example. It really gives you the Ironman taste, and if you've never actually played an Ironman account, the leagues could be like a really good way to actually go ahead and get into the Ironman game mode. Seeing how much fun it is collecting all of the items for yourself, it can be kind of a motivating thing to get on and start the regular Ironman out, and this is another great reason why you should play the leagues. One other thing that I want to talk about is just how much fun the leagues is. I have not had this much fun playing RuneScape in years, honestly. Ever since like the regular Ironman mode has come out, I have not had this much fun on the game in that long. Years. It's been years. And now don't get me wrong, I still love playing the regular game mode and regular Ironman mode and stuff like that, but the leagues is something really brand new, fresh. Everyone gets to compete with the leaderboards, and it's just a lot of fun to, you know, kind of build your own path, choose the fragments that you want to go ahead and choose, and you can find like secret little hidden gems that maybe other people don't know about, certain methods, certain fragment setups and stuff like that. It was a really cool learning experience. It kind of like felt like it was a brand new game at the very start of it anyways. Like nobody knew anything about it. I really like how Jagex kind of keeps it secret. They released some of the like fragment setups and stuff like that, and some of the passive effects that we were going to be getting, but for the most part, a lot of people didn't really know what the best method was. For example, when the leagues first started, you got to choose to be like a major, a melee, or a ranger, and I went with the magic one because I just thought it would be most useful, you know what I mean? And there's so many random things, random activities that we went ahead and did for no reason, just to go ahead and get the points to level up, and that was honestly some of the most fun that I've had in this game in so long. It seems weird doing like random tasks to be like a lot of fun. It was kind of like doing a bunch of random little achievement diaries, just going ahead and looking at the RuneScape wiki and seeing like, oh, this gets me points, so I should train that. This gets me points, so I should train that. We kind of have like experiences like this in the main game, but it's there's just so many things to do, and it was so overwhelming at the start. Nobody really knew what the best or what the coolest methods were on doing things. So like playing the leagues was super fun, and when we first started it off, it was just great, right? Like everyone didn't know what to do, and we were all like learning from each other. We were learning from random people, tons of people's different videos and let's plays of the leagues. It was just an overall really good, fun learning experience, and that is a really cool reason to play the league too. It's something brand new, fresh. There's no like best methods at the very start of it anyways, and to be honest, throughout the entire league, there is no best method. There's no best thing ever. Now of course there are like the best upgrades that you can get, like the Bandosian Might and stuff like that, but you kind of can play your own way. You don't have to make it super sweaty and stuff like that. You don't have to be efficient at all. You don't have to keep your bank organized, you know what I mean? That's another huge thing for me, not doing quests and not having to keep your bank organized, because it's a temporary game mode. You know, you can literally go ahead and do whatever you want whenever you want and not have to worry, because you know this game is about just having fun. It's not about getting these long tedious grinds over with. and eventually getting to the good stuff like bossing. It's, you know, getting as many points as you can and starting bossing as soon as you can. It's just all about having fun on the league, all about gaining a ton of XP, trying random methods that would never work on the main game because they just wouldn't make any sense. Like with Last Recall, for example, we were able to push 99 rune crafting, push 99 construction so early and so easy on in the account at the very start, right? And you would never do something like this on the main game, but it made sense to do it, you know, with the greedy gatherer and stuff like that. We were chopping random trees that, you know, you would never chop on the main game. It just was a really cool experience, and I'm glad I got to take part in this. And yeah, honestly, my opinion is the leagues is a lot of fun and everyone should give it a try. One other thing that I'm going to throw out is that people that do not have like a lot of time to actually play RuneScape and they want to get to the high level content, they want to get a max cape in their lifetime, they want to, you know, do a boss that they would never be able to get to without, you know, dedicating like a lot of their life to RuneScape, and maybe they don't have the time with work and stuff like that. The league is a great thing for these people to do, to kind of like have that RuneScape experience that you might not be able to get otherwise. Do you know what I mean? Or, you know, for people who play pures, or people who, you know, have accounts that they don't really play that often on the game, they could kind of like experience other content in the game. And that's pretty much what the leagues are about, is just having your own journey where you can kind of do whatever you want, not have to worry about anything too much, like questing, keeping an organized bank, achievements. You don't have to really do anything. You can kind of just have fun and do whatever you want. And, you know, some people play the leagues just to do like one thing. Some people play the leagues just for the points, for the rewards at the end, and let that be another motive. You can get all the league points that you do end up getting on the league. You can actually spend them in the real game afterwards on like cosmetic rewards, like recoloring your void or making your abyssal whip like a chain or something like that. There is a lot of incentive of playing the leagues like just for stuff like that. But honestly, it's a breath of fresh air. And kind of on the other spectrum, or on the other side of like what I was just talking about, if you are super competitive and you've always wanted to have like a top page thing, or you want to have be in the top 1,000 people or something, you can play the league super competitively. Because it is a temporary game mode, you're always gonna have the option to, you know, go for rank 1 of this or go for top 1,000 of that. You know what I mean? It is a cool thing. And with the leagues, there's a separate kind of high score. So there's a rank 1 for the most league points, and then there's obviously a rank 1 for the most total and the most experience gained. And just seeing these XP drops and stuff like that, it's very different than playing the regular game. And honestly, it's cool. I really do like it and do enjoy it. I know in the past I've talked about hating private servers, but the reason that this is different is that it is held by Jagex. You know, it's fully safe. You know, you're still on your actual RuneScape account. We've got the rune light, everything like that. And then we also have these fragments, which private servers tend not to have. Private servers might have like different bonus effects or whatever, like very drop rates where you kill one monster and you get every item in the game type shit. But yeah, it's definitely a different experience to play RuneScape, and I never thought I'd enjoy the leagues as much as I have. And I'm really glad that I was able to play these Shattered Relics leagues, record all of it for you guys, and even to look back at in the future and be like, wow, I actually took part in the leagues. I maxed an account, I got a bunch of drops, I had a lot of fun. It's gonna be something to look back on for sure. And I can't lie and say that YouTube has been a big reason why I've played the leagues, just to, you know, have content for you guys and have some really exciting fun stuff to do, and just as like a thing to look back on and see like, wow, I had a lot of fun playing the leagues. And it's also good for leagues in the future, you know what I mean? I can look back at this video and be like, huh, that's how I did it that league, that's how I did that this league. It's also cool to look at all of these random things, like this thing, for example, Venom Master. It's never going to be in the game again unless it is on another league, and I can always like look back and remember at all of the cool fragments that we had and all of the cool set effects that we had and stuff like that. So this is why I choose to play the leagues, and this is why I think it is worth playing. There's so many different things you can learn from the leagues, and so much fun and experiences you can gain from the leagues. And yeah, if you don't have a lot of time to play the game, you can go ahead and get your max cape finally. If if you work 60 hours a week and you just want to have a max cape on RuneScape, but you don't have enough time to, the leagues is a perfect opportunity for you, especially this one because they extended it. Is a perfect opportunity for you to go ahead and get your max cape, do whatever you want on the game, you know what I mean? Anyways, let me know down in the comments below what you guys enjoy most about the leagues and why it is worth playing to you. Thank you guys so much for watching the video today, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.